Welcome to another video by yours truly. That's right, here to entertain those untwistable suckers you call eyeballs and taking on an emotional and vivid journey of the mind. Thanks for watching, and like always, appreciate all the support. So just sit back, enjoy the publicized programming in just 5 seconds, and hit it. Hey yo! Now this video is gonna kind of be different from my normal ones. Don't get me wrong, I love that I'm making Apex videos again, even though it's just myself because I have no friends and no one wants to play this game with me, and I'll die alone with 10 cockatoos, 9 cats, 8 hamsters, and... Anywho, I thought I would try something different and talk about a dream I had. I mean, I can't be the only one who has dreams so vivid and out of the ordinary that they seem so, well, ordinary, weird. I also tried to write them down as fast as I could before it slipped my mind, like watching a pocket pussy slip from your hands because the girl from the store said the lube was in season. No, Rebecca, I haven't heard of Asia Akira's non-slip anal glide. Hey, okay. Anyway, the dream I had was a two-parter, weirdly enough, but because I wanted to go back to the first part of the dream, I started to dream the second part. Instead, I only have the ending of the first dream, which sucks. But I'll make do like when I needed a good lubricant to initiate conversation with someone and they are just trying to get rid of all the faulty product. Fucking Rebecca. Now, it's still a little fuzzy on what exactly happened in the first part of my epic intellectual journey, but I'm going to try to paint a picture for this whole story on both parts. I know at the end of the first part of my dream, I'm in a house full of people and there are dogs everywhere, almost foretelling my life of pets in the years ahead and no human interaction, because even though there were so many people at this house, I was not interacting with any of them. Then all of a sudden, all these dogs started running out of the house, and like the hit #1 song by Baha Man, I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, "You old that! You old that!" I'm just as confused as you are now, but I don't know why I said that. I honestly hate how I remember that, but not the fucking beginning of the dream. Like, how do I remember the wrong song to that whole thing? Right? It's "Who Let the Dogs Out," not "You All That." That's a whole different fucking song. Okay. It's my brain. I don't know. Anyway, now as I'm running out and calling out to my dog, Mia's name, her name is Mia, with such ferocity, my mouth starts to get so dry. As I'm yelling with this dry ass mouth, my tongue felt like a dried up sock tried to fuck a 2080 grit sandpaper with dust. That's when I suddenly woke up from the dream, and my mouth still felt like that. But it was even worse because I was actually awake in real life. Even worse. It was like the worst cotton mouth I've ever had. It's like I smoked fucking a whole week and never drank water. It was god awful. You know what's stupid about that? I still go back to sleep. I don't even go have water. I don't even try to fix it. I said, fuck it. I need to know what happens. And then, to my surprise, my brain did a 180 because the second part of the dream is fucking weird and wild. So I went back to sleep and I didn't even get to finish the first part of the dream. We just went to the second part. But anyway, let's just get down to it. Okay, this is what happened when I went back to sleep. Okay, and it's still hazy. I'm still hazy on the details, and I'll try my best to explain it without going overboard on it. Now I'm going through this random convention, but I'm not walking in the convention for some reason. I am taping it like a ghost spectator from a game. You know, like you're a spectator in a game, you're a ghost or whatever, and you're going around the map and going around all these fucking corners. But the worst part of it is I have a wire attached to me, behind me. It's attached to something. Now, I don't know why the fuck it's attached to me, but it is. And I don't know if it's the camera or my asshole, but either way, I gotta lug this bullshit of a wire with me. After floating around and getting in people's faces with the camera, going through corridors and floating above them, making sure I don't get caught. I don't know why, but I guess I can't get caught. I actually get caught on something. I start to feel snug on my butt, or I guess butt wire, and it's wrapped around this girl. And like, well, okay, look, it's not a hentai, okay? Just pause it for a second. It's not a hentai. This does not turn into a hentai dream, okay? It's a wire, not a tentacle. I mean, it sure doesn't make it any better because as a person who loves Jav, okay, we're not going to get into that. Maybe I just missed Jav. Anyway, let's get back to the dream. So then I follow my wire and float down to this long table in the middle of the convention. I mean, long. So long the Vikings in the Longhouse would be jealous. I find this girl wrapped around, and it's Annie Mushin. It's the streamer. Annie Mushin, the streamer. And she's selling stuff for fans. The weird part is she doesn't even notice or care that she's stuck or, you know, wrapped around this wire. So I try to entangle Anne and tell her multiple times that I'm sorry. But as I do that, I'm not spectating anymore. I'm actually on the ground floor like everyone else. It's finally normal. You know, I'm not this weird thing flying around the place. Now, out of nowhere, this huge dog jumps on me, and I carry him like Scooby when he gets scared and jumps on Shaggy. Then the owner comes by, and he jumps on him without even touching the ground. Again, felt alone, not even a dream dog wants me. I then make fun of the owner's height, tell him he looks like a wannabe Brachiosaurus Goldblum, right? And funny enough, it was Jeff Goldblum. I don't know why he was in my dream, but I mean, he is sexy, so I guess it kind of makes sense. It stays with you. He takes a jab at me. He hurts my feelings, of course. I always thought Jeff would be a decent guy, but didn't think he would get physical with me. I was wishing more of a bedroom physical, but I guess time and place for everything. I did call him a Brachiosaurus Goldblum, and so long neck motherfucker. Anyway, and out of nowhere, this little girl is following me, or she's just with me. I don't know. It's weird, and she just following me this whole convention now. Don't know who this kid is or how she came to be, but I'm now stuck with her, or I guess I'm stuck with her, or stuck with me. We go down the hall. I try to say hi to Andy Samberg for some reason. I don't know why I have all these celebrities in my dream. They're just, to me, they're cool people. I like them. Anyway, again, nothing, of course, and I'm trying to find a place to look at an itinerary for the panels. That's when this business guy, I don't know why I said business guy, it's just a guy, it's part of the fucking tower place that we're in, starts to act all snarky and say, why are we in this room? And technically we are, even though technically we are at the entrance. Stop! Okay, let's take a pause for a second and look at this play. Like, we just run it back, okay? Look, what I could have done here would have been a lot better if I sent a clone to the left instead. If I sent a clone to the left, that would have faked him out, and sure, especially if he cannot have spatial awareness with his sound, I would have got that motherfucker easily. You know, I've already got him, but like, it would have just been a better play if I would have sent my clone to the left and then still do the same thing, go to the right, because then now he has two different areas or options, and either way I can also either send the clone to the right and go to the left, but again, sending it to the left would have been a lot better. I don't know, that was just a play that I saw, and I thought I should, you know, chime in on that a little bit more. So okay, well, back to the whole story. Entrance of said room with the convention in eye-catching distance. I tell him we are looking for the next panel, and he goes in to say that this is the business library and we are not allowed here. Now, let me pause and ask myself and you guys, what the fuck is a business library? Like, what the fuck, Socorro? Why would you even think of this in the first place? I mean, I can just imagine the best section that is always late on returns is the how-to section and for dummies section. If this is a business library, okay. Anyway, going back now. The little girl and me go back to the convention and start walking out of the entrance instead. And as we're walking out, I see people playing Donkey Kong Racing on N64, and this dog in a plastic dog costume trying to be Santa's little helper from The Simpsons. It's so fucking creepy, so creepy. It's like costumes. The costume's face nose thing is drooping downwards because the dog is too small for the costume, so it looks demonic. It's bad. After that, we walk outside. Instead, it turns into like an outdoor arcade with mini golf and those small ride things on playgrounds. I don't know what the fuck to call them. I don't even feel like looking it up. And I see this chubby little girl playing on the motorcycle version of this ride, just repeatedly going back and forth and falling. Don't know why that was so significant, but apparently, I guess it was. And as I get closer, I notice that it's a circular light emanating from a huge tower. This is an odd phenomenon. Looks like a gate, but closer to a teleporter, a huge one, shining a blue light everywhere, weird ass markings, and it's just mesmerizing, honestly, to see. I just kept going closer and closer. But as I get closer, I start to notice it's just a building with lights to give off that illusion. That's when I notice it's dark. It's raining, but I don't feel rain, so I touch the ground to see if it's wet and put my hand out like an idiot, even though can see it raining. Nothing. Can't feel nothing, nor do I feel wet. That's when I start to walk back and I hear a voice. Now, in the beginning of the convention, I didn't notice pictures of Jack Black. I thought it was some new movie he was in or about to make, but it was called Jack Black Sludge. Yeah, that's what it was called. So original. Should have just went with Jack Black Tar. Anyway, anywho, thought nothing of it until I heard his voice. It was so raspy yet loud. That's Jack Black for you guys. That's when I finally felt the rain, and I was drenched, just fucking dripping from staying in the rain the entire time, even though it didn't. I felt dry as fuck. And then this pile of black slimy sludge starts to appear and says to help him in Jack Black's voice. And then book it downhill, Sonic the Hedgehog style, Hussein Bolt style. Then the sludge yells to help again, but more angrily. And I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not messing with this. Hell no. And at this point, I was screaming like a newborn baby who needs breast milk for help, while trying not to fall flat on my face down this slippery hill while it's raining. That's when the girl from the small motorcycle ride, which I can now say is actually the girl that was following me from before, comes out of nowhere from a parked car and transforms from her window into another pile of liquid, this time pink, and fights Jack Black. Honestly, this whole scenario reminds me of the first 15 minutes of the X-Men movie when the Senator turns into that like goopy substance. Oh, it's just so fucking weird. And then I'm chanting for her to win, and I'm going to the car behind her with two other people trying to get in, and they're chanting too, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what the hell the chant is as well. It's killing me. I mean, yeah. And that's just the end of the dream. I don't remember anything else. I remember getting into the car and then leaving, and then woke up and then try to write everything down and remember everything. It was so hard. I don't know how people do it sometimes. How they just remember dreams. I just remember the snippets. But it was so, I don't know. It felt so free, so fun, even though I was getting chased by an angry black sludge of Jack Black. I don't know. Weird. But that was the end of it. End of my two-part dream. It's weird, disturbing. Tried to explain the best of it, and hopefully I have more of them. That way I have more content to go over my games. And anyway, thanks for listening. Appreciate it. And like always, peace out, motherfuckers.